A muddy mitten unearths a handful of uncut diamonds, hard as rock but sparkly as the night sky. We fast forward to present-day London, where an old dame named Laura meets up with an aspiring writer named Cassie at a cafe. Laura shows off a 168-carat, 58-faceted diamond that could blind someone. Cassie's eyes pop out of her head as Laura begins spinning a yarn about how she snatched the rock from her old employer. Flashback to the 60th century, when Laura was a go-getter manager at the London Diamond Company, a total boys' club. She sees her pal Mr. Hobbs the janitor as she sashays into work. Some dudes wheel in carts of diamonds to be inspected for flaws. Meanwhile, the big boss MKA and his kid Ollie show up, protesters on their heels. Up in the office, the executives pow-wow about the recent bloodbath at their African mine, where workers met an untimely end. What a glamorous business! Laura tells MKA that the Russians will probably cut ties with the company because of the bad publicity. MKA announces the new managing director, Peter Boleyn. Laura is overlooked because the company will not break its tradition of having a male leader. Later, we see Mr. Hobbs, the cleaner, enter Laura's office. He tells her that he thinks people should be bold and take what they want. Laura signs out of the building, the last one to leave as usual. The next day, she meets a man named Harold Reynolds, who she knew from Oxford University. He gives her a business card and suggests that she might want to work for Allied Banking, the company he works for. The next morning, Laura found an ambiguous note on her desk one morning. Was it a sincere compliment or a sarcastic jab? She also discovered a movie ticket, presumably from her secret admirer. During her lunch break, Laura went to the theater, where Mr. Hobbs suspiciously sidled up next to her. He claimed to have insider info that Laura would soon be fired. Then he proposed an absurd heist to steal just enough diamonds to get rich, but not enough to raise suspicions. Laura was skeptical of this shady character's far-fetched scheme. Later at work, Laura received a termination letter confirming Mr. Hobbs' tip. She met with Harry Reynolds, hoping he could offer her a new job. But Harry regretfully rejected Laura, having heard nasty rumors about her alleged incompetence. That night, exhausted on the couch, Laura dreamed of getting caught red-handed in a bungled diamond heist. The next morning, she vowed to clear her name and prove her skills, rather than resorting to a life of crime with creepy Mr. Hobbs. In the twilight of evening, our protagonist, Laura, ventures into a realm of exhilaration and intrigue, where the thundering echoes of racing dogs fill the air. Here, she seeks out the enigmatic Hobbs, a figure shrouded in mystery. With a heart pounding, she dares to inquire how he could dare to abscond with the company's treasures. Hobbs, a mastermind of audacious plans, unveils his scheme within the confines of his humble abode. Within the labyrinthine chambers of MKA's study, a sanctuary of secrets, lies the key to their grand heist. The vault codes, ever-changing like whispers in the wind, are concealed within these hallowed walls. Hobbs, his eyes gleaming with ambition, beseeches Laura to embark on a treacherous quest during her attendance at a lavish affair hosted by MKA. Amidst entertaining the Russian guests, she must uncover the coveted vault codes. Hobbs paints a picture of opulence and security, promising a life of comfort and luxury, sustained by the diamonds concealed within his drink thermos. Embracing the night of the grand event, Laura finds herself entangled in conversations with MKA's trusted second-in-command, the enigmatic Mr. Jameson. Within the depths of their exchange, a tale of intrigue unravels a tale of Sir Sinclair, the insurance director once tainted by the shadow of a health insurance scandal. Yet justice eluded him, and he remained unscathed by the claws of the law. As the evening unfolds, MKA introduces the formidable Dmitriev, the esteemed head of the Russian Diamond Authority. A dance, a fleeting moment of grace, binds Laura and Dmitriev together. With the moon casting its ethereal glow upon her path, Laura ascends the stairs, her heart pounding in anticipation. In the sanctum of MKA's study, she becomes a silent observer, a phantom amidst the shadows. As MKA's presence graces the room, a small safe succumbs to his touch, revealing its secrets. Laura, a witness to this clandestine act, etches the safe code into the depths of her memory. As MK departs, she seizes the opportunity, unlocking the safe's hidden treasures. Within its depths lies the coveted knowledge, the very essence of their endeavor, the codes to the vault. The sun's ascent brings forth a new day, and with it, a chilling revelation. A man, shrouded in the guise of an installer, plants the seeds of scrutiny within the hallway, his security cameras poised to capture every movement. Laura, her gaze sharp as a falcon's, shares this newfound knowledge with Hobbs. 8 watchful sentinels now stand guard, their gaze alternating betwixt vigilance and slumber, granting mere moments of respite. Yet Hobbs, the master of timing, assures her that these fleeting seconds are sufficient for his clandestine dance within the vault's embrace. With calculated precision, Hobbs dons the guise of a cleaner, his mop a mere prop concealing his true intentions. Within the confines of the security room, he becomes the maestro of time, his stopwatch a symphony of seconds. The choreography of the cameras unfolds before him, their rhythm guiding his steps. In the depths of the cleaner's realm, he gazes upon his stopwatch, a key to the vault's mysteries. With unwavering determination, he ventures forth, the code a melody upon his lips. The vault's guardians yield to his command, and he tiptoes along the corridors, a shadow in the night, evading the prying eyes of the camera's gaze. Days pass, and the ebb and flow of life continues its ceaseless dance. Hobbs, his spirit soaring, departs from his daily toil, his heart brimming with the promise of triumph. Yet fate, capricious as ever, intervenes. The clerk's call beckons him back, an unexpected detour in his journey home. Duty, an unyielding mistress, demands he unblock a toilet before he may claim his respite. At last, within the confines of his humble abode, he empties the contents of his tea thermos into the sink. Alas, the gleam of diamonds remains but a mirage, a cruel trick played by fate's hand. A new dawn, a hushed melancholy befalls the diamond sorters, their absence casting a pall upon the atmosphere. Laura, her steps determined, descends into the lobby, where she encounters a frantic Jameson, a man unmoored amidst the tempestuous sea of chaos. It is in this moment that reality's icy tendrils seep into her very being. The vault, once a sanctuary of untold wealth, now stands bereft of its treasures. Mr. Eden, a specter of authority, summons her to the vault's hollow embrace. With disbelief etching lines upon her face, she beholds the emptiness that lies within. Mr. Eden, his voice tinged with a hint of despair, shares the building plans with a man named Finch, a figure shrouded in mystery. The vault's impenetrable facade leaves but a single path to its heart, the door. MKA, a master of manipulation, gathers his loyal subjects, their destinies intertwined with his own. Promises of secrecy and averted investigations echo through the halls, the company's reputation teetering upon the precipice of ruin. In this web of deception, Sinclair emerges, a herald of truth, introducing Finch, the embodiment of insurance investigation. Laura, her eyes searching for solace, catches a glimpse of Hobbs amidst the lobby's bustling throng. His reassuring presence offers a fleeting respite from the storm that engulfs them. And so, she ventures forth, her footsteps guided by determination, until MKA's office reveals itself. Within these walls, a man named Boyle delivers a letter, an enigmatic missive that holds secrets yet untold. Boyle is a pawn in a game he doesn't understand. A phone call lures him away, leaving MKA alone with his precious cargo. MKA tears open the letter and feels a cold sweat on his brow. Someone has stolen his diamonds and wants a ransom of 100 million pounds. He opens the package and gasps. Inside is a dazzling gem, the South African star, the crown jewel of his collection. He clutches it to his chest, wondering who could have done this to him. Finch is a detective with a keen eye and a sharp mind. He is on the case, trying to find the missing diamonds and the mastermind behind the heist. He meets Laura. She offers to help him with the investigation, but he senses something is off about her. He takes her fingerprint and asks her some questions, but she dodges and deflects. He follows her to the vault, where the diamonds were stored. He notices a flaw in the security system, a 60-second gap in the CCTV footage. He wonders if the thief exploited this weakness. He tells Laura that there was no sign of a break-in. She suggests that the thief must have known the combination. He looks at her with suspicion. Sinclair is a ruthless businessman who wants to crush MKA and take over the diamond market. He offers MKA a loan of £5 million to keep his business afloat, but MKA refuses. He wants his diamonds back, now. Finch accuses MKA's son, Ollie, of being involved in the theft, but MKA denies it. He threatens to destroy Sinclair if he doesn't pay the ransom. Sinclair smiles and walks away. He has a plan. Hobbs is a man with a mission. He is the thief who stole the diamonds, but he is not after money. He is after revenge. He lost his wife to cancer because Sinclair's insurance company delayed her treatment. He blames Sinclair for her death. He wants to make him pay. He hid the diamonds in the underground canal, where he works as a maintenance worker. He has a partner. Laura wants to give the diamonds back and make a deal. Hobbs tells her no. He tells her his cause is worth 100 lifetimes in jail. Laura tries to find a way out, but she is trapped. She drops a diamond from her earring in the sink and realizes how Hobbs smuggled the diamonds out of the vault. He used the pipes, the drains, the tunnels. She follows him to the canal, where he confronts her. He points a gun at her and tells her she's staying. She fights back and runs, but falls. She sees a huge diamond on the floor, the South African star. She grabs it and puts it in her pocket. She wonders if it's worth it. Finch was hot on the case, chasing clues like a bloodhound after a bone. He sniffed out Laura's fingerprint at MKA's pad and realized she was the missing link in this crazy caper. He grilled her and Hobbs, but those lips were sealed tighter than a drum. So he took Laura out for happy hour, hoping to get the gossip with a little liquid courage. "Come on, baby. Tell me how you pulled off the big diamond heist," he said with a wink. But Laura played dumb, denying everything. Finch wasn't buying it. Just then, he got a ring that nearly made him choke on his martini. MKA had the big one. A freaking heart attack. Finch threw down some bills and raced to the scene. Meanwhile, Sinclair was weighing his options and things were looking dicey. Pay up or say bye-bye to the ice? What's a guy to do? His boss, Sir Gottfried, was breathing down his neck to end this mess. And the paparazzi were salivating for a juicy scandal. The past was haunting him too, all those little people he'd rolled over on his way up. So Sinclair holed up in his office and made the call. He grabbed his lucky pistol and kissed his troubles goodbye. Case closed. Laura reveals to Hobbs the secret of her escape from the sinkhole of despair. She flashes back to the moments when Hobbs was sneaking the glittering stones in his cart, hoping to exchange them for a fortune. He thought he had the upper hand, but he was duped by Boyle, who gave him a blank note instead of the location of the diamonds. Hobbs had flushed the jewels down the drain, unaware that the brightest star of them all was hiding in the toilet he had to clean. He points his gun at Laura, but it clicks empty. He doesn't care, he says. He has the money in his account. He leaves her in the dark, thinking she is doomed. But Laura follows the light at the end of the tunnel and finds a treasure trove of diamonds waiting for her. She smiles as she sees the men carrying the boxes out of the underground passage while she sits on the steps, wrapped in a blanket. Finch tells her he has lost his cut because she found the diamonds. Laura wants to confess something, but Finch stops her. He says he doesn't want her to end up in jail. He says goodbye and leaves. She remembers the big diamond in her pocket, but she decides to keep it. Laura catches Ollie spinning some yarn to the press about the stolen diamonds that were never actually swiped. Dimitri's back to schmoozing the company after inking a new contract. Flash forward and Laura's dishing to Cassie about quitting that joint a month later. Seems a Swiss bank slipped Laura a cool $100 in pounds out of the blue. Laura hands Cassie her tell-all manuscript, hoping to inspire other dames. In the end, Laura donated the dough to charity. We see a pic of domestic bliss with the hubby and kid. Cassie reads Laura's final words about this crazy world and having a giving spirit. She goes looking for Laura but finds only a puff of smoke. Moral is, be a giver, not a taker. And if you come across an unexpected fortune, spread the wealth. How's that for adding some 1,940 hard-boiled detective flair? You can easily watch this entire movie in full thanks to Gamsco. So don't hesitate, head over to Gamsco now using the link in the description. Hobbs and Laura pulled off the perfect heist. Now go steal this movie for your viewing pleasure. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you thought this recap was flawless.